Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm just gonna make it up on the spot, I'll be honest. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of making sort of like a teleporter type situation. Um, I haven't really planned this. This is kind of ad hoc. There's no preparation to this. I've just thought the idea off the spot, really. I've not made a video for a while. I've been seriously knuckling down on helping people out in Discord. People have been keeping me really busy. If you're one of those, you know who you are. Absolutely fine, by the way. No complaints from me. I absolutely love helping people out, and it's been a pleasure working with you on certain things. But yes, there hasn't been much time between doing that and a family and stuff. So videos have definitely slowed down. This year's plan hasn't gone quite well as planned. But I'm slowly making some improvements, and to be fair, helping people out a solid one for me. Like I'm still happy with that. Whether it's one-to-one or a video, obviously it's been more one-to-one recently. But anyway, I'm talking rubbish now. My project has loaded. Let's try and make a teleporter. So, ooh, the idea is I tell you what I'm gonna do just to start with is let's make a. Honestly, like I said, I've got no plan for this at all. So we'll do an actor, BP underscore teleporter hub. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna create sort of like a hub in the center, and then there's going to be sort of like teleport, like sort of nodes or like obelisks or something like that. Effectively, an area you can stand in, which will teleport you back to the hub. But on the hub, it might bring up a screen which says, "Do you want to go to teleport 1, 2, or 3?" I feel like that is what I'm going to go for. I'm going to keep it very bare bones to start with, so I'm going to add a box collision just to sort of get the area of what somebody stood there. So my box size, I want it to be quite big, so I'm going to do maybe 200 and that's too tall. Nah, 300 high is fine. Seems quite a lot that. Let's do 200 high, 250, and 250. Let's just drag that into the world and see what that looks like. Let's drag that out. I'm going to bring that up. So something like that. Hit play. And obviously we can't see it because I've not enabled that. Let's go to rendering. Rendering, there we go. Hidden in game. We'll take that off. Let's go play. Okay, so this is big enough for me. That's absolutely fine. What I am going to do though is I'm going to add a cube in the middle. And what I'm going to do is drag that down by, I think, just do that. There we go. And then I'm going to make this bigger on the Y, maybe by 3. This is kind of like the central piece. Change the color of it to sort of like a silver. Okay. So you go stand in this area, and yeah, that's the teleport field, let's call it. Okay. So we've got our cube and our box. The box collision itself is going to be the thing that triggers everything. So on begin overlap. Now, what I want to do is as soon as I walk into it, I don't want it to appear immediately. I maybe want to give the character a few seconds because then somebody might just run through it, and we might not want to do that. Or what I could possibly do is see if the velocity of the actor that's in there is now 0. Whoops. Tell you what, I need to move this mic out of the way, but I'm conscious that the audio is going to be awful, but I'm going to keep hitting it every time I want to type. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a bit more forward, and I'm going to rearrange my desk a little bit. I hope the audio works still fine there. Let's just pull this around, because I'm going to be a bit all over the place. Okay, so I'm going to get velocity. So we can get velocity of the actor that's in there. What we could do actually beforehand is cast to character, just to make sure that we're only going to do this code when there's a character and it's not actually sort of like a static cube or anything like that. Whoops, I don't know why I did that. So yeah, cast a character. If it is a character, this will succeed. Then we'll get the velocity. If the velocity is less than or equal to, we can't really do that, can we? Can we normalize it? No, we don't want to normalize it. I don't think I like that, but let's just try it. Oops. So I'm saying if the velocity of the actor that we're in is 0, so they are completely still. Let's just test that with a print string. So this is my workflow really, as just I feel like I know which direction. Sometimes I don't get hung up on what is the right way of doing it. My first port of call is get it working and then refactor afterwards or refine your code. If it works, who cares to start with? Oh yeah, so let's stand still. Interesting. So does it even trigger this? Print string. But I'm wondering, because I've got an animation playing. Oh, I don't know which one's which. Entered. And entered. Okay, so it's not even detecting my character, so that's not good. Collision profile, overlap all dynamic. So overlaps everything, so that's absolutely fine. Simulate hit. Let's go to my character and just see if there's any reason in there why it wouldn't work. Okay, I had to pause there for a second for an unplanned phone call. Wait. So we were checking to see why our guy's not triggering this volume. So I'll go to the capsule component. Let's check the collisions on here. So have a look. That's that should give us an overlap event. I'm just going to check to make sure this cube's not killing it. What I'm going to do is the cube in the middle can generate an overlap event, no. So what I've done is I've selected the cube, my kind of like obelisk in the middle, and I've just took the generate overlap events off. Entered, there we go, entered. Very good. Now if we go stationary, we don't get a hello. So why am I not getting anything there? So I never like using something that's exact, because I've got a theory that this is not actually going to be outputting anything. Sorry, I don't think the velocity is ever going to be completely 0. So I'm running. Okay, I'll tell you what I need to do. Let's do a tick. Just for some development, let's plug that in. And the actor that walks inside, we're going to get the velocity all the time. So at the moment it's 0 because there is no actor. So it does go down to 0. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. But it does go down to 0, which is a bit annoying. So what I've done is I've added the X and Y together. And then if it becomes less than, so hello trigger straight away. Tell you what we should do. Let's just print that. And let's just find out. Hang on. Oh. Okay, I think I have just realized my issue. I think I almost normalized it earlier, and I think I should have done. So what a normalize does is it basically takes the vector and it puts it into sort of like a like a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. It's like -1 is one way, 1 is another way, and 0 is not doing anything. So if I pop that into there now, what was happening is when I press left, it's a negative, and then when I press right, it's a positive. So you can see now that that says positive 995 on the, and that's negative on the Y. So when I run left, it's negative 0.995, and then when I run into the box right, it's positive 0.995. So what we could do is we could then get the absolute value. So this will remove that negative and just take its absolute value. So running left should give me 1 on the Y. Running right gives me 1 on the Y. So if I run in, okay, what I'm going to do then, timer by event, custom, check for stationary, check for stationary, and we want to, well, do this basically, but when I entered the box, it was checking my velocity at the time of entering the box and not afterwards, which was a silly mistake of mine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to check for stationary repeatedly. So we'll loop this 0. It doesn't need to be that precise because it's not very technical. If it takes a fraction of a second more, it's not going to really do anything to the gameplay. Now we can say equal. Is this tolerance? Yeah, it's fine. Branch. Let's put that in. So we were almost right. What? Hit Q on that one. I don't like that, so I'm going to drag the both of them down. When that's true, well, first thing we want to do actually is clear and invalidate this timer. Just pop that into there like that. Get rid of that. And then we want to print a string saying Ready to teleport. Ready to teleport. Hit play. I had a bit of anxiety then that I weren't recording. So we're running, ready to teleport. Buzzing. So now when we run in, stationary, ready to teleport. Right, that's exactly what I want. So we are ready to teleport. Obviously, remember to take your debugging stuff out later on, but for now, we're going to leave it in. I'm going to drag this over here just to clean this up, and I like that. That's going to be out of here later as well. So comment, let's just put detect character. Wait to stand still. So when the character stands still, then we're gonna do display teleport locations. Okay, sweet. So actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove that bit. Wait to stand still. Wait for station. Oh, what the hell? Stationary. Author teleport location. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a custom event teleport, and I'm going to put a comment around it, paste in my to do. Don't know how big that needs to be yet, and that'll end up distracting me, but we'll do that teleport. That needs to be done. We'll call it pink. Okay, so we're going to stand in there. When we're ready to teleport, we're going to need somewhere else to go. So this is going to be the main hub. I might actually put like a translucent material on that just to give it a bit of space around it. But for now, let's just drag this over here to there. And actually, that's a bad idea just to start with. Let's put it right in front of us. And then what we'll do is we'll make another teleport hub over here. And we'll do it that way. So let's create... How do I want to go about this? Where did I put that hub? There we go. So teleport hub is going to look for types of actor in the world. Actually, I'm thinking of a cool way I can do this. Let's do BP underscore. Teleport outpost. Something like that. And I'm thinking, should I use the one I've already got and make a child of it? Then it looks for types of itself. You didn't see that. That was a pint of coffee. Let's try that. Let's try making a child of the hub. Teleport a child. Because I'm going to keep the little obelisk anywhere. Let's make this one orange so we know it's different. Let's drag one of these out. Tell you what I could do, actually. Let's put that there. Put that there. There we go. So now I've just moved I've moved up the... Let's get rid of this outpost for now. I've moved everything up, so the actual actor's floor is underneath everything. So now I don't have to mess around lining it up, I can just drag it out into the world. So I should have just drag one of them, put them anywhere I want. It's just a bit easier if you use the pivot point like that. Okay, so now we need to get from here to here. Why does this one look smaller, to be honest? That looks smaller to me, but I guess it's not. Anyway, so, but I am going to make it smaller. I'm going to make it 150 by 150, just as tall. This is like a main hub, or should I have just made that bigger? That does feel a little bit too small now. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see how it goes for now. So inside the hub, we're going to look for all available children. So it's going to be something like get actors. Ooh, ooh. Actually, let's create an array. No. What I'm thinking is maybe what I can do is create new. Oh, it's going to be a custom event, and it's going to be spawn new teleporter, teleport child. And then what I want to do is I want to call this in editor. What I'm thinking is I can click on the hub. You can see now I've got this button down here, spawn new teleport child. Every time I click that, it's actually calling this function. And what I'm thinking is that what I can do is I can spawn a child and then automatically add it to the array of available places to teleport to, just to save us a bit of time and effort later on. So we want to spawn an actor of class. Whoops. Actor of from class, and like that. What do we want to do? We want to BP underscore child teleport child. Where do we want to spawn? Let's say let's get actor location. So this is going to be the current location of the teleport hub. And let's add, I don't know, 200 to the X. And we'll leave it like that. So in the editor, I want to make a new child. Instead of just going to my thing, I can just click that, boom, get a new one. Then I can grab that and move it wherever I want. I think that'll do for now. I don't, obviously I can't code in the hub exactly where to spawn a new one. But spawning it outside of the other one is good enough for me. I'm going to change that to 400, so it's going to spawn a new one every time. Now, what I want to do is I want to create an array of these. So, teleport, port, locations, location, actors. There we go. And then what we want to do is we want to do BP underscore teleport child. Right click on this. If you right click on the actual type, it changes it from a singular to an array. Alternatively, you can click on it, change the variable type up here from a single to an array. So we've got now an array which is ready to be filled with child actors, which we can use. But what we want to do is let's grab this array, get it, and add a unique. Let's pop that in there like that. So every time we spawn one of these, it's adding to the array. Just for testing, I'm going to make it exposed and instance editable. We might keep it like that, actually, to be fair. Let's get rid of this one for now. And then what I can do is, at the moment, you can see we've got no teleport locations. Let's add a new child, and you can see automatically this is added that child to the array. So every time we add a new one, we don't have to worry about adding it to the array. We don't have to go back into the blueprint. We can just click on the hub, add a new one, drag it to where we want, and the code should just work. So we've got this, it's now tagged up. So this array has its available actor in it. And look, worst case scenario, you add one and you forget about this array. You're just not going to be able to teleport to it. But you can manually add an element to it yourself, which is absolutely fine. What's this? Child actor is reference blah blah blah. Yeah, sound absolutely fine. Sweet. Hub. So now we've got the array. So when we walk into it, we're ready to spawn. The UI is going to display. So we need a UI, which is going to be a list. So we're going to need to add. We're going to need to add these to the list, which is fine. I think every time we spawn one, we should. No, every time we open the UI, we should populate the list there and then. That's probably a better idea. For now, I'm just going to walk into it and teleport. See what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the array. Get a copy of the first one. It's just number 0. I'm not, because I've only got one so far, so let's just do that. And we want to move. To be fair, we need to make a reference to our character as well. Let's get rid of this entered string. And should I promote this to a variable? Or should I use the casted version? I'm wondering which one would be better in this instance. Let's try something. So this actor, set location, set actor location. Plug that in, and what we want to do is we want to say wherever this actor is, get actor location. Drag that over there. Let's get that. So we want to teleport. So we're going to teleport to this location. Now this location is going to be the actual center of it. So we want to... What we could do is on our hub, we could have a nav mesh. Can we add nav meshes to it? No, we can't. Interesting. I don't want to put a nav mesh on the entire game just for the sake of this. Because what you could do is get random reachable point in radius, which I think is actually really cool because it just picks a random place in that spot. You know what? I am going to do that actually. Let's add a nav mesh. Am I missing something? It was... Oh, nav mesh bounds right at the top. It's not in alphabetical order, obviously. Bit silly, isn't it? Let's add a nav mesh. If you press P on the keyboard, I'm pretty sure. Oh, not Control P. Just P. Typically, if you... Oh, there we go. So you actually need to drop it into the ground. So if you press P on the keyboard, it'll actually show you where the nav mesh is. I need to scale this bad boy up. Scale it like this. Pop out a bit here. Guess that's too much. Tell you what I should do. I should just center it, shouldn't I? Got there. Back to here. Okay, so that's absolutely fine. Now, because we've got this enabled, what we can do in our hub, we can do get random reachable point in radius. So the origin is going to be our teleport hub's location. The radius is going to be about 100. Random location, pop that in there. So hopefully, this is not going to look good, but we're going to have a bit of a jump. So I should run into this. When I stand still, I should teleport over there. I do not. What happened? I didn't. I didn't call teleport. Obviously, it's not going to do anything if you don't call the function. Okay, let's go. So we run around in circles, and then when we stand still, ding. Okay, that did not like that. Interesting. So, go back to where was that then? Message log. Set actor location. Access none. Whilst trying to get the array item. So in the hub, this is saying my So this didn't have anything in it, did it? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? Now, why would that be? In the hub, there is definitely something there. So there's teleport a child. So that's definitely there. So why would this be none? So I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to eject from the game just for a second. Click on this hub, and we've definitely got that. So there's definitely something in that array. Right. I know what's happening. So it actually, this does work, but then when we're landing in the child, we do not want to do this parents begin overlap. Right. What's happening is because this is a child of the hub, obviously the hub has this begin overlap. So when we begin the overlap, we're running all of this code, which is absolutely fine, but we don't want to do this code for the child. So what I've just done is I've disconnected this actors begin overlap. I should actually, just in case I change something, disconnect it but not delete it. So this is basically saying I want this actor to do what the parent does as well. I don't want to do that. I'm going to keep the begin play because at the moment that's empty. So now if I press play and run into here, I should get the teleport. And it's still doing it. It's still doing it, which is bizarre. Okay, what I'm going to do, just as a potential bug fix, is I'm going to add a boolean for can teleport. So I'll change this to a boolean, change it to a single, hit compile. I'm going to expose it. I'm going to set this to true. No, I'm not. That's true by default. We don't want to do that. I'm going to do can, get, and then do a branch. There is a shortcut for the branch where you just press B on the keyboard and you get a branch, and click, but I never use it. But just in case you didn't know that, you can do that. So, can teleport. If it's true, then we do what we need to do. Obviously, that's going to translate to the child. What I'm thinking now is in the world. Let's press F. Let's get back over here. So, can teleport for the hub. True. But on the child, it should be false. So now I shouldn't do anything. Very good. So we run over, get a random point, which seems to be the same point. So I am going to change the radius of that to 200. Compile. Well, I guess that's slightly different now. It's more or less the same point, and that's slightly random. I think I might do set actor location and rotation. Set actor location and rotation. So let's get rid of get rid of that one. Keep this one. Target is going to be our actor. And I guess I don't need that all the way over there. The new location is going to be our random point. And the rotation. Now I'm only going to rotate my dude on the Z. Just so I spin around a little bit. And I'm going to split this and I'm going to get a random float in range. Now, is this in degrees or in radians? I can't remember. Let's just say the minimum is 0 and the maximum is 360. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to leave teleport off and just see what difference that makes. Okay, so it rotates the camera, but not actually the camera. Get player controller. Cast to controller. I don't think there is a controller, like a one I can edit. It's cast to player controller, debug controller. All right, let me make a controller. What is the default one? Just generic in it, I guess. Let's open up the file explorer. Let's create a controller. BP underscore player controller. Like that. I think I should put in my third person folder. Move up that into the blueprint. Move. Sweet. BP player controller. Open that up. Leave it as it is. Go back to the hub and get BP underscore player. It's cast, isn't it? Cast to BP player controller. I'm not going to keep this here. This is just for some development. I forgot what I was doing now, to be honest. As the controller. Oh yeah, that was it. Set control rotation to the same one. I'm just going to check to see if this works. I think it's keeping it in the same. Oh yeah, do you know what I've not done? I've not changed the controller. So obviously it's not gonna do anything, is it? Hit play. So it's definitely 0 in my angle. Okay, I don't think I like that. It's definitely setting the controller to be the same. I think actually I know what's happening. It's not necessarily that that was bad. It was the camera was clipping through my person because of the angle. Yeah, that's it. Right, so we're absolutely fine with that. I probably want to keep the previous angle though. Whatever the angle was, and just rotate. Um, so we could get controller rotation. No, rotation. Get controller rotation, split this, keep the X and Y, but then replace the Z. I'll try and think of a cleaner way of doing this. There might not be a cleaner way of doing it, but boom, boom. Yeah, because a teleporter doesn't really know what your orientation is. So it's kind of just spitting you out in some random point, like zing, which I don't necessarily mind. The only problem is if it spawns you like that, you're going to be like inside your character. So ideally, we'll leave it at that for now. Right, so this works. So I'm going to keep, although this is messy for now, the way that this works. Although this works. Okay. Okay, that's absolutely fine for now. Let's just keep that the way it is for now. Why not? Um, so we need to go through this list and add a display because at the moment it's going to get the first one only. We need to pick which one we want. So let's make a bit of a UI. So blueprints, I'm going to create a new folder, call it HUD. HUD. Let's create a new user interface. There we go. User widget. Widget BP. So WBP underscore main for me. Main is just going to be it's going to be the whole screen, and then I'm going to put a sort of a teleport picker on that as well. So for this one, it genuinely is just going to be a canvas. Hit save. Go back to my character, and what I was just thinking, where's the best place to add it? Should I add it to the game mode or the player controller or something like that? Let's add it to the character for now, but I might move it. Create widget. So WBP main. We should you should promote it to a variable. So I'm going to call this one main HUD like that. Add to viewport. And that's pretty much it for now. Let's create a new one. WBP. Oh, WBP underscore teleport picker. Okay, so this one is going to be a list. So I'm going to give it a canvas panel just to make it a bit easier to manipulate. Let's give this one a size box. Position is going to be 0, 0. The size of it is going to be sized to I want to do a width override actually. I think of 250. Size to content 250. Height override. Don't know yet. We want to do a horror vertical box. So put a vert box inside your size box. Okay. I think I might leave it like that. Come down to, so I've gone to my main now. I'm going to user created and I'm going to drag in my teleport picker. I'm going to bang it right in the center. In the center, I'm going to put 0, 0. But I'm going to set the alignment to 0.5 and 0.5. That'll be fine. Hit compile. Now, I'm going to go back to my content browser, right click user interface, use a widget, and I'm going to put WBP underscore teleport location card. So in this one, I'm going to do a horizontal box, an image, can I set the size? Image size, so what desired on screen. So let's do 50 by 50. Next to it's going to be a text box. Let's do center aligned, middle align, middle again. So that's set to size. That's going to fill the other bit of space. I want to pad it on the left by 20. Maybe 20 is a bit too much. Maybe 10. That's not too bad. This is just going to be block 0, for example. That's absolutely fine. Maybe I should left align that, to be honest. Pick a pile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of these. I'm going to add one of these every time. Oh, I need to do a button, don't I? It needs to be a button. It's going to be a button, and then inside the button is going to be an image. And tell you what, let's just do a button. Button. Let's do fill. Let's put that to fill as well. But we'll fill that by 0.5. Do auto. Okay. Sometimes I can overcomplicate things, can't I? Yeah, let's just do that. So that's absolutely fine. We'll click on that. Right, yeah, so what I was saying, every time there's a location, we're going to add one of these to the list. So the main's already got that on. So how am I going to find out these locations? So at the moment these are exposed on spawn. These are exposed on spawn. So I don't really want to do that inside the... So what I'm going to do, inside my character, I'm going to get actor of class. The actor that I want to find is going to be my BP teleport hub. Promote to a variable. Teleport hub as the reference. Teleport hub, get that. We want to find teleport location actors. And for each, of those actors, we want to loop through, and with the main HUD, we want to cast to the teleport picker. Where are we? Where are we? Ah, I'm lost. Get the teleport picker. The vertical box wants to be a variable, so we'll do vert teleport list compile. So I've gone to the teleport picker list with the vertical box, changed it to a teleport list. I'm going to go back to my character now. In the picker, I'm going to get the list. I know this is a lot of jumping through hoops here, but it's kind of necessary for what we're doing. So with the list, we're going to add an item. So So it's not a set. It's I think it is just add. No. Not that. Definitely not that. Add child. Not a child though. Okay, bear with me a second. Okay, so it is add child. The thing I was missing was the content, and it's because we need to create that. So every time there is a teleport location available for everyone, we want to create a widget. And this outputs an object reference. So we connect that to that. So effectively, every time we create a teleport location card, we're going to add that card to our list. Pretty much it. The reason I do that is it's a little bit simpler, to be honest. Just adding stuff to a vertical box is a bit simpler in some respect. So the thing that we're going to need though is in the designer, the actual text itself, I want to bind. Let's create a binding, and this is going to be bound to a variable. So add a variable, call it whatever. It's going to be text, and it's going to be teleport name. Connect that to that. So it's going to be bound to that. Now let's expose this and edit it. So then if we go back to our character and this, when we create this widget, let's right click on this one and refresh. You'll see that that teleport name is now available. We need to effectively give a name to every hub. So let's create a new one in the actual hub itself. Just call this teleport name. Change it to a text. Hit compile. Come back to your character, and then for every element, get teleport name. Let's plug that into that, just like that. Move all this over. It looks a bit better. Okay, so every time there's a location, we're going to add it to this right at the beginning of the game. I guess we need to call this every time we make a new one. Can we make them during the game playing? No. So no, I don't need to do that. If you do make teleports as the game is playing, you'll need to clear this list and rerun this. So you can just do like a custom event from here and call it at some other point. So make the list, add every one of them to it. That's it, pretty much, I guess. So play. That's blank. Interesting. Oh yeah, I'll do blank. Expose editable. Compile. Come back to the game. Click on that. Teleport name. Dungeon. Hit play. There we go. Let's go to the dungeon. Right. So now what we want to do is we want so this is going to be added to the viewport, but we want the teleport picker. Go to the main designer, click on the teleport picker, have this one not visible, collapsed, compile, play. So now it's not visible. When we walk into this, we want it to be visible. So when we walk into the hub, instead of just teleporting straight away, now we need to show possible locations. So custom event, show locations. How are we going to do that? So we need to get this other actor reference so we know who to talk to. How are we going to so cast to character. I wonder if I might need to do a blueprint here. Okay. If it's single player, you can cast to your third person character. Oh, not cat. Cast to third person character. Get main. And picker. Set visibility to visible. Show locations, that's fine. We're not going to be able to click on them because our controller will not have the mouse enabled. So we'd also need to cast to the controller, which we're doing here. So what I'm thinking is maybe we should get a reference to that controller right at the beginning. Copy that. Right at the beginning. Whoops. Cast to the character's controller straight off the bat. Promote a variable. Do the children need to do this? Maybe I should change that can teleport to is hub or something like that. But I think I want the children to be able to come back. So can teleport. If you can teleport, then do this cast. Because I don't think the children need any of this stuff anyway, do they? So now instead of doing that and that, I can use the reference. So you could just connect that with that. Like so. It's a bit cleaner, double click that, put that down there like that. I was tempted to do this as a live, to be honest. Just a live me playing with stuff. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Obviously, you can ask me questions and stuff while I do it. The video will be a lot longer then. But I mean, this is already an hour long, so it's one of those, isn't it? Okay, so what we doing. So now I can use this reference here. Set visibility. I really don't like this. I feel like I should tidy this up, but I don't want to overcomplicate it before I know it works. Show location as the controller. Set input mode to UI only. Plug that in. Widget to focus on, could be that. And compile. Let's see what happens. I don't know whether I should set the mouse to show. Okay, yes, I should definitely do that. So set show mouse cursor enabled. Run over, we get dungeon. Give it a click, nothing happens. Absolutely fine. That button, dungeon. So, teleport picker. Designer. That's the picker. The actual thing itself. So we've got this button. So button on pressed needs to do something. So button 118, not very good name. So let's go back to designer. Teleport. File. Back. So when we hit the teleport button, so when we create this button, we also need to pass in a way of getting back to this. So let's create inside the actual location card. Let's do a teleport hub ref and teleport location index. So the index is going to be an integer. The hub is going to be a BP underscore teleport hub. Object reference, hit compile. Expose both of these. Compile again. Go back to your character. Right click on where we create the card. Refresh. And we didn't expose it. So let's go back. Expose on spawn. Index. Expose on spawn. Compile. Go back. And here we go. So the hub reference, I'm just going to chuck that in. Going to be there like that. And the index is going to be this one. So every time we loop through, we go through every index. So 0, that's the name of 0. 1, that's the name of 1. And we can feed this hub and location back to teleport to the right place. So in the teleport hub, this teleport event should take in an argument of an index. Index, compile. That index is going to be plugged into there, so we know where to teleport to. Every card that's made, we are going to use the hub. We're going to teleport. Going to ask us for an index, which we can grab here like this. Like that. Hit compile. Now, this should work, but obviously stuff's going to stay on the screen. So let's run. We get this thing, dungeon. So we just need to get rid of that button now. So that works. That's absolutely fine. That works. That's cool. So once the button's pressed, we want to get parent of ourself, and we want set the visibility. Visibility, it's that function down there. Set the visibility of our parent to collapse. Compile. One other thing that we've got is our let's have a look. I'm just thinking we could use no. I shouldn't put something in there if I don't need to. When I click on this, I need to set the UI mode in the controller back as well. So when we teleport, when this teleport is called, I can use this controller. Yeah, let's do it here. Set input mode back to game and UI, because I think that's what it was. I think that's what it is by default. Could be wrong. But we also want to show the cursor false. Tell you what, because we're so far away, we should just get another reference, to be honest. Just like that. Except untick that. Let's go. Run into this. Where do you want to go? Dungeon. Boom. Okay, so it's definitely not UI and game. It is set input game only. Just like that. Compile, play, run over. Dungeon, back to the game. Oh, so the second time we run into it, it doesn't do anything. So we've got a bug now. Let's run in. Dungeon. Run away. Ready to teleport. Doesn't do anything. Why? Why doesn't it do anything the second time? What errors have we made? So we run into it for a second time. Ready to teleport calls. So all this is fine. Show locations. So this casts to our character or HUD. Makes the teleport picker visible. Show cursor and changes the UI mode. That all seems okay. How did we change that back to... So we changed it back to collapsed, which is fine. So hang on, what is the parent for this? So we have a teleport list. Tell you what, before we do that, let's just print string and get the name of whatever the parent is, just to make sure that the right thing is the parent. Teleport list. Oh, I see. This is changing the visibility of the list rather than the entire picker. Okay. What's happening is the actual list itself's collapsing rather than the actor that holds the list. Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? So can I just be cheeky and chuck that in there like that? So that was visible to start with. So let's get the actual picker itself, which I think I changed in here to collapse. Visible, compile, flare. So that's visible straight away. Go into here, go to the list, change the list to collapse, compile, flare. Okay, so one thing I just want to test now is in the main map, I want to add a new child, just like that. Let grab this and put this over here, like so. Let's change the name to food hall. Why not? My actual hub's array is 2 now. It has a name. Let's hit play. And look at that. That works straight off the bat. So now I can run over here. Dungeon. Cool. This doesn't do anything when you run over to it. Food hall. Absolutely unit. Just like that. Now, obviously, I'm pretty much done, to be honest. I wanted to keep this basic, but it was all meant from scratch. I hope this was useful. You know, for somebody who wants to. This is very rough, by the way. If you want to see me tidy this up a little bit, I'm seeing the time at 1 hour and 15 minutes and think that I really shouldn't continue. Because typically long videos like this don't really get the retention to make them worth it. I think only a couple of people watch them. So basically that gives me the indication that really long stuff like this doesn't really float. But if you want to see another follow up video, sort of building on top of this, maybe setting up something where you have to walk and activate that point before you can teleport to it. Or if you want me to see me tidy up the code a little bit. The problem is, depending on how you integrate other things into your game, you might already have interfaces set up, so you might have wound this into your game a little bit better. This is literally meant to work rather than be efficient. So obviously don't judge me too much on that. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you want me to build on this a little bit more, just give me a comment down below or let me know over Discord. Up to you. This wasn't really intended to be a tutorial, but more of a, hey, watch me make this weird thing. Which I guess you've already gathered because we're at the end of the video now. Anyway, you know what? I'm rabbiting on here. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, a like, whatever, a comment. Just let me know. If you didn't like it, even more so, if you didn't like it and you feel like you want to dislike the video, then you have to tell me why. If you want me to shut up and just not do stuff like this, let me know. I can only work on your feedback. If you want to chat with me and send me pictures with either this video or anything at all, anything else about Unreal, Discord link down below. Come and have a chat. I'll help you out. And if you want to see more videos of mine, subscribe. But I'll leave that up to you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another one.